Hey guys, what's up? It's Naomi the Crafty Savage here, and I'm back to show you how I transfer pictures onto wood. So what I'll be using, I got these at Hobby Lobby. It's just 6 plywood rectangles. I had already went ahead just to save time and I cut the pictures. This is just a regular copy paper that I printed off my printer. I painted the rectangle, you know, and it's dry, so I did that ahead of time. This is the, you know, paint that I used. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I'll put these aside so I don't knock them over somewhere, right? Because I can see that whoosh, right? So what I do is I take the wood, you know, obviously I paint it. And I'm making these for my best friend. This is, I don't know, like hard, but there is actually a glare. This is like one of my favorite pictures of me and her because the way the sun is like glaring down and shining upon us. So I wanted to show you, oh, these are her babies. Those are my babies. I love them. I can't wait to go see them. So I figured I'd, you know, make her something. I think I'm safe. I don't think she watches this. If you do, Allison, shut it off. Right? Okay. So I will be using Mod Podge. I have the gloss one, as well as I got these at Hobby Lobby. It's like a 12-pack foam brush for $3. I will, if I can remember, I will link everything down in the description box down below. If I forget to link something, please just let me know. So I have a piece of, you know, just cardboard down in case if I make a mess. I have this little squeegee. I also have this roller. We'll get into that, as well as, you know, you don't have to have anything fancy like that. You can just use, this is an old Turkey Hill, oh my gosh, what are them, like customer card things that you get points or whatnot. There ain't no Turkey Hill in Florida, so I just pulled it out of my wallet and I used that to, you know, flatten out the picture. I ran to Hobby Lobby today, and, you know, I came across the roller and that. So, but I did want to make sure I let you guys know about that. You don't need to have fancy tools. Like I said, there ain't really nothing fancy about it. I'm going to take just a regular paper plate here. I take my Mod Podge, open it up, if I can get it open. And I'm just going to dump. Ooh, that was probably too much, right? Probably too much. I do have a paper towel on hand. I'm just going to wipe that up so when I go to put the lid on it, it doesn't stick and I can get it open, right? So you got some Mod Podge on a paper plate or, you know, whatever you want to use. Set that off to the side. Put these off to the side here. So I'm just going to take my, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. All right. Just know there's Mod Podge on a paper plate over this way, right? Can I get it in here? Maybe I can get it in there. All right. Okay. So I'm going to take my picture, put it off to the side here. Take my foam brush, you know, just a little foamy foam brush. Get these, you know, Hobby Lobby, Walmart. I think they even have them at the dollar store. Just dip it into my Mod Podge. You know, get a nice good dip going there. And then I'm just going to paint over this wood or, you know, whatever you're putting your picture on. Just paint over it. Blah, 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 blah. Right. You want to make sure you get a nice, good, even coat on your wood or your glass or your metal, whatever it is you're using. Just make sure you get that Mod Podge on there. Nice and good. All right, let me get to this side. Put it in. Now, I have seen 2 ways that you can, you know, transfer a picture onto wood. I have not tried the other way yet, so I'm going to be showing you the way that I did it, and I didn't have to do any rubbing, like to rub any paper off, and that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to brush that on there, put this over to the side. We're just going to take your picture that's just on regular copy paper, right? And you're just going to place it down where you want it. And I just take my finger, just kind of rub it on in there, you know, make sure, get it on the wood, make sure there's no bubbles. That's where, you know, you can either take, you know, your little like old card that you don't use, just give it a good press, you know, make sure that it's flattened down, stuck down real good. Take your Mod Podge squeegee, you know, again, you can do the same thing. You know, just make sure that the sides are down. You don't want any air bubbles forming. You want to make sure that your picture is down, right? So let me just make sure all the sides are nice and secure. So now, you know, your picture's looking like this, right? And then I just go in with another layer of Mod Podge right over what you just did. You go right over the other picture. All right. This is me and my best friend, Allison. She is the yin to my yang. She, yeah, she's like my 5K partner. We did a lot of 5Ks together when I lived in Pennsylvania. She got me into doing yoga and doing Reiki, and she was always trying to get me to eat healthy. And that one was, I would eat healthy if I was over at her house, because she's a really good cook. And I mean, she would get me to eat things. It's funny because she'd be like, hey, try this. And I'd be like, what is it? And she's like, I'll tell you after you take a bite of it. And, you know, you tell me what you think. So I'd take a bite of something, and then she would tell me, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're trying to poison me with, you know, healthy food. Oh, so yeah, I can't wait to see her. So you just want to make sure you get a nice, even coat all over. And then, oh, I got my fingerprint there. Darn it. Doogie Howser. All right. Just make sure it's all nice and even on there. And then you just set it off to the side and let it dry for 24 hours. Right? All right. So I'm going to do that again. I will show you again. Here is another one that just the same wood rectangle that I painted. Just regular copy paper that you use in your printer that I printed out the picture. I cut it out. What I'm going to do, again, dip your brush in the Mod Podge and just go to town on whatever you're putting that picture on. Make sure you get nice and, you know, even coats on a, you know, full coverage, so your picture sticks to it beautifully. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we got that. Put that off to the side. Your fingers, I don't know, maybe you don't like getting your fingers dirty. I would maybe recommend wearing gloves, but it peels right off. No hassle. Take your picture. That's again just on regular copy paper. This is kind of hard because it's like, all right, can I move it over here? Can you guys still see? Yeah. All right, this is flatter. You just place your picture down where you want it. And it's not really where I wanted it. I want it up a little more. So place your picture. That's going to be good enough. I just kind of take my finger, run it over the picture a little bit, you know, make sure that it's sealed down, because again, you don't want any air bubbles in your painting. Take your squeegee and just make sure that it is pressed down firmly, making sure you get your edges, because you don't want your edges to, you know, curl up on you. Just taking your squeegee, running it down, pressing down on your picture. I just wipe off the excess. So as you can see, the picture is down. There is no air bubbles, anything lifting that I can see. Take your brush, dip it in your Mod Podge, and just go over your painting, making sure that you get a nice, good, even coat all over your picture. And I have some that I have already done that I will show you here in a second. I did coasters. If you guys watched my whip-in chat, I think it would have been the other week, you would have seen where I was cutting out the pictures for to put on coasters. Ooh, we got some hair in there. I mean, I know she loves me, but I think that's actually Roscoe hair. I mean, the girls, they love Roscoe. They're probably going to be upset that he's not coming, but he is not a good travel buddy, right? Like, I mean, he does good in the car, but when it comes time for you to pull over to get some rest, forget it. Forget it. You know what I mean? Like, somebody walks by and he is barking. Ah, snickerdoodle. I got my thumb in there. Let me see if I can fix that. Come on. Come on, please. So we're just gonna get that all Mod Podged on there. Set it off. Woohoo! So I'm over here, you know, causing a ruckus. Making this thing fling whichever way. I tell you. I'm a hot mess, guys. Hot mess. Alrighty. So we got that done. So you set it off to the side to dry. And I'm going to quickly show you what it will look like after it is dry. Now, I made these with coasters. And these have been dried for about 48 hours now. And this is how they turned out, using the same technique. You know, I got my, there's that one. This one, like they turn out, I do have to do the sealant on them. Just spray them, you know, to seal them, since they will be used as coasters. But I think they turned out pretty cool. See, with this one, there was a couple air bubbles with Chicky Nuggy. Oh no, this is the one. There was a couple air bubbles and I tried getting them out and it took the picture off, but she's still adorable. But yes, so that is my recommendation, you know, for how to transfer a picture onto, oop, it looks like there's an air bubble. No, no, not my face. I'm just gonna roll it. Or is that wrinkles? Is that wrinkles? Maybe it's the wood. But as you can see, this is the first one that I did, and it's for the most part dry. I think that's just the sun reflecting on my face. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure I was pretty good about, you know, getting the, no, maybe not. Is that just my face? Do I just have a funky face? Maybe I just have a funky face. But yeah, but I mean, this is like almost basically dry, but you know, they recommend waiting at least 24 hours for it to fully dry. But you know what, guys, with that said, I'm gonna hop on out of here. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time, guys.